Hello my loves, this is Liz Ann. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to answer a question that somebody asked me down in the comments of one of my videos recently. Before I begin, I just want to remind you, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell in order to be updated when a new video comes up. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to take a moment to give it a thumbs up. This really helps my videos be able to get out there more to people who need them. Thank you. The question was, putting myself first feels selfish, and being selfish is bad in my mind. It's been ingrained in me from a young age to put my narcissistic mother first, especially now that she is aging and needs more help. Any thoughts or advice on how to deal with this and find a balance? So the first thing I would like to address in this question is the fact that within your own question, you have kind of pointed out things that you already know within your own self. And that is that it is not bad, because you put that in quotations, and that it is something that was put upon you by somebody that was very emotionally unhealthy. The problem that you're struggling with right now and feeling that it's ingrained and feeling this guilt is that you're not trusting your inner guidance system, your own inner voice that's telling you this shouldn't be this way, because you've been trained away from trusting yourself. And that's why even we seek out help and advice from outside ourselves at times, because we're not trusting our inner voice. This is largely due to the upbringing that you had. When you have parents that are healthy and raising a child to be healthy, their focus is to put that child first before their self. And so that child has a time to be selfish and to think about what they want, what they need, who they are, what they want to do with their lives, all those things, because they are being cared for. Other things are being cared for. They can have a kind of a carefree time in their mind to develop a good, strong sense of who they are, what they like, what they don't like, whatever. In an abusive home, this is reversed. The child is parenting the parents, right? And so the child does never get proper parenting themselves. Furthermore, if there was verbal abuse and physical abuse, which if you had a narcissistic parent, there was abuse going on at some level, then that taught you that it's not okay to trust yourself. Your self-trust was basically annihilated by that abuse, by somebody telling you constantly that you're wrong and what you think is wrong and how you act is wrong and how you feel is wrong. And when somebody has told you that all through your formative years, you lose your ability to trust your own inner guidance system. And that's what you have to do in your healing journey, is you have to learn to turn that around and to heal your own inner guidance system and to tap back into it and to start trusting it. In the beginning, that is going to feel scary. So as far as like anything I can give here that is just going to make it feel better, I don't have any magic words for that, but I do have some key points that I want to cover that might be helpful to you to put a balance, like you asked, to get a balance in your care for your now aging parent, okay? So the first thing that you would want to do is you would want to prioritize things in your life. And in order to do that, you need to know what you truly value. In my Genuine Self-Love course, we go into this in more depth. But basically what you want to do is you want to make a list of all the things that you truly value in life. So for instance, it might be family, education, making money, a career, fun. It might be a hobby, it might be friends, whatever it is, that it might be your quiet time and alone time, but make a list, a complete list of the things that you really value, and then number them. Like this is what I value the most, and then number 2, number 3, number 4, so that you know what is the most important things in your life and what you truly value, and then you prioritize that. Once you've made this list and understand what you need to prioritize, then you can look at your life and you can ask yourself, so I really value my family time. How much time do I spend with my family? How much time, money, and energy am I investing into those things that I truly value? And how much time, money, and energy am I investing into things that are not really that important to me? Once you have a clear understanding of this, it'll help you to be able to align your life and to bring that balance in, just because you've brought more to awareness what it is that your core values truly are. The second thing that you should ask yourself is, what am I currently doing for others that they could be doing for themselves? So often we will be serving and doing things for others just out of habit, or like you said, out of things that have been ingrained in us, but they are perfectly capable of doing it for themselves. Now, I understand that sometimes there's an equal exchange that goes on in a household. So we might have one partner that goes out and does work outside the home, and the other partner stays within the home and does a lot of the cleaning and things that upkeep in the home, and that balances out. And so even though perhaps the person that's going out working could do their own laundry, they do the laundry for them because they are paying bills. So I know that there's always that kind of a balance that goes on. So I'm not talking about that. What I am specifically talking about is, like parents that have adult children and they're still cooking every meal for them or doing their laundry. Or you could have a husband that you both work and the jobs are not evenly distributed. He comes home from work and he wants to watch TV and have you make sure you bring a meal to him, but that's not evenly distributed. He's not reciprocating on his end. That's an imbalance where, hey, you can do that for yourself. It could be that your friend, they complain and complain and complain until you volunteer about something they want to do, or they need you to take care of their kids because they want to just get out for a while. Those are things that they are perfectly capable of doing for themselves. And we're going back to your values and to what you're prioritizing matters. Now, if on your values, their children particularly are children that you do want to spend time with because you value that friendship and you value those children a lot and you want to be a part of their lives, then that might not be a problem. But if it's just this friend that's in and out of your life and that just comes in and wants to dump things on you every now and again, then that's not part of your values, high on your value system. Maybe it's taken away from somebody you do want to spend time with. And so you would have to align that by finding ways to tell your friend, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do this for you anymore. Or pulling out of responsibilities, telling your children you need to start doing your own laundry. Or let's work something out where you do laundry one week and I'll do it the other week, or whatever you want to do to work it out, where they are taking their share of the load. So what's important here is making sure that what you are doing for others, whether it's your narcissistic mother, partner, or somebody that's not narcissistic, it doesn't matter, but making sure that you're not just doing it to feel worthy or out of guilt, but it's truly aligned with your values and it's not things that they can do for themselves. Another thing to keep in mind is when you move in and do things for other people, maybe you just naturally did it and they just start taking it for granted, right? The thing is that when you give that responsibility back to them, you are letting them know that you have confidence that they can take care of their own self. And you're giving it back to them. When we take care of somebody, we keep them in a childlike mode, where they're not taking on their own responsibilities. People have to have room to grow. And when we fill all the room up with our own agendas and our own ways of thinking and whatever, then they don't get that room to grow. So it's important that you keep this in mind, that you're not just doing this for you. It's not just a selfish thing. It's actually for the better for all of you, that you allow people to take care of their own lives. And that brings me to my third point, is that you really need to know what your boundaries are, which it'll help you as you go through the first exercise of writing down what's important to you and what you want to truly invest your time, your money, and your energy in. You'll want to know what your boundaries are, and you'll want to start practicing reinforcing them. And I have a couple videos that I will leave links to down in the comments and at the end of this video on boundaries that could be really helpful for you. The fourth point that I want to make is that you have to consistently remind yourself, especially if you get laden with guilt over things, you have to remind yourself that you are not responsible for people's reactions and responses to you or your choices. So whether it's to your personality, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you think, your opinions, however people choose to respond or react to you is on them. It is going through the filters of their own storylines and their own prejudices and their own beliefs. And it has little to do really with who you are as a person. So just remind yourself over and over again, say to yourself, I am not responsible for how they feel or how they choose to react to me. The fifth point that I want to make is in regards to, again, to you feeling like I feel bad, I feel like I'm being selfish and that type of thing. How you work through these types of conditioning is by allowing them and by not attaching meaning to it. So when you've made a clear decision that, okay, I'm going to say no to this, and then that feeling comes up of, oh, I'm a bad person, just allow it to be. Just say, oh, there's that feeling, I was conditioned again. Acknowledge it, that there it is. But don't attach meaning to it. Don't attach the meaning, therefore that means I am bad, or therefore maybe I was wrong, and start adding storylines and meaning to it. But try to just sit with it and let it work through. And then one thing that I always do is I say clear and delete, clear and delete. So I will sometimes do meditations where I clear out old programs out of my thought processes, and then once they've been cleared out, if they start to come back again, I just say clear and delete, clear and delete. That's not a part of me anymore, clear and delete. And it helps me to shift my mind from running with the storyline to just like, it's kind of like just tossing it aside. Nope, that's the trash I no longer want in my life. That doesn't serve me any longer. Maybe it did at one time, but it doesn't anymore. And it's just letting it go. The other thing that you would want to do is to practice calming anxiety techniques, which I have a couple videos for that as well that I will leave links to in the description below if you are interested in following up with those. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for the question. Let me know if you try any of these and if they help shift you and move you forward into fully embracing who you are, into your self-love and prioritizing yourself, which is so important in life. Have a great day.